ability to be defining them as a person. So you find out really in a surprise that he's actually deaf because they communicate in a very different way. You don't know that until part of the book. Sorry to confuse you, you're just going to have to buy it. We have a great time writing together. When we do the autobiographies, I literally tell her everything. And Carol says those are what we define as ew moments. Because there's something you have to, when you're doing an autobiography, you got to be upfront about stuff. You just can't, hide things. So we enjoy the process, and it's a true collaboration. I do not do the writing. She does that. That's her talent, her gift. She is someone who takes all of the information that we put together and she puts it down in word form. So she gets the credit for doing that, and the rest of the stuff. That's why it's a true collaboration.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm a little bit nervous, but...
Don't be nervous.
Okay. This is my best friend. Just
Hi,
like,
Here for moral support.
You're here for moral support,
I
or
don't
you
know.
just wanted to get close to get a picture?
Guys,
I'm kidding! Boy, you guys gotta lighten up a little bit! Go ahead.
okay, what was... I know you say you don't do favorites, but what was, like, your
Don't
favorite...
ask favorites then, because I won't tell you.
What was your most memorable...
I really wanted to pick a good moment just to show you my Batman underwear. I wouldn't show you the front because Batman's head looks a little deformed. But I can't because I'm falling out of them. Yes.
Okay, well, what was a really memorable Torchwood moment or episode for
What
you?
was, say it again, a really memorable?
Yeah, really memorable, like, one you enjoyed a lot. Because I really like Torchwood.
Well, I have that, it's not, oh, well. Torchwood has got a lot of moments that I like, but I'm sorry to jump here, but I have to go to Doctor Who for a moment.
Okay.
Because one of the great things was Jack being able to go between the two. And there's a couple of iconic moments in Doctor Who with Jack that I absolutely adore. One of them was, I was the first person to jump on the outside of the TARDIS and fly out the TARDIS on the outside. That was my favorite, because no one's ever done that before, and no one will probably do it again. The other one was my moments with Elizabeth Sladen as Sarah Jane, because as I know sometimes they don't classify Jack as a companion, but I don't give a shit what they say, he's a companion. He doesn't popularity. And any companion always bases, I think, their performance and who they are a little bit on Sarah Jane Smith because she was the longest running companion to the Doctor, to Tom Baker's Doctor. The fact that I got to meet her in the episode where we had Davros, and she and I were gripping, holding hands. When Davros came out, she actually leaned to me and she went, "This is what frightens me." And I'm like, "I don't know, it scares me too." So there's a lot going on camera. There was actual John and
So you were fangirling a bit?
I was a fanboy, totally. When I first met her, sorry, to Liz, there was a moment when I first met her in the elevator going up in the Two Towers, and she walked on and she had her hoodie on and she would always look glamorous, and I'm standing in there and she's standing across from me and I went, "This lady." And I've done Torchwood, been doing Torchwood, kind of becoming, I don't mean this in an arrogant way, but becoming iconic as Captain Jack. And I leaned over to her and I went, "I'm John Barrowman, I play Captain Jack." She said, "I know exactly who you are, Captain." And she said, "I think one day Sarah Jane would like to meet you, but she'd take the gun right away from you." Like, awesome. 10 minutes. Gotcha. Sorry. Those are my iconic moments. Torchwood iconic moments. That first sequence when we were filming in the very beginning and I'm laying in that puddle of water, a puddle with a big machine that was spraying water on top of me. It was 4 o'clock in the morning, freezing my ass off, and I did this for the first time on Torchwood. That was it. It was brilliant. That
You
was
guys
the
remember
start.
that too. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
We met yesterday. I'm the one that couldn't stop shaking.
Good. Let's see. Stop.
No, it hasn't. What is the funniest thing that happened to you on set of Doctor Who or Torchwood?
Oh, one of the things that comes to the moment is David Tennant and I were doing a sequence where we were eating chips in a warehouse because we were fleeing somewhere. We actually asked for proper chips. You know, when I say chips, I mean French fries. Big, good cut British French fries. Delicious. So the first sequence, David and I are doing the dialogue in a wide shot, and we're putting salt and vinegar on it, and we're like, I'm doing the scene, I'm talking, delicious. Forgot that we had to do the close-ups, the turnaround, everything. We had to eat chips the whole night. We were sick of chips. The other thing about Torchwood, the other favorite for me is anytime Eve Miles, when it's on her close-up, and I am standing, the camera's going over my shoulders, and I have the coat on, because you have to have continuity, and she's facing her. I'm standing there and I'm talking to her, and she'll be doing her dialogue in a close-up. Any of the close-ups that I did, she'd stop and she'd look at me and she'd go, "You got your balls out, don't you?" Yes. And she just wouldn't look down, and she's like, "Okay, I've done the whole close-up, and you've got your testicles hanging on the front." Yep. Surprise! So it eventually got to the point where she'd be doing a close-up, and she'd go, "I can't do it! He doesn't have his nuts out!" Other actors would come on, she'd be like, "Excuse me, could you get your nuts out, please?" Seriously? Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, I make a lot of my own clothes and everything, and I made a t-shirt that says, has the TARDIS, and it says The Doctor and I, and I
Okay.
put by John Barrowman.
Yes.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind singing like one line from that song.
Singing it.
Yes, please.
When I meet the doctor, when I prove my worth, when I meet the doctor, what I've waited for since birth, and with all his doctor wisdom, by my looks he won't be blinded. Do you think the doctor is dumb? Or like, ooh, he's so small-minded? No, you say to me, I see who you truly are, Jack, a man on whom I can rely, and that's where we'll begin, the doctor and I. Why I decided? I didn't decide. I like being gay. I was born this way. And I at one point wanted to be a pilot, an airline pilot. And I realized that when I was 9 and going through puberty, it was because I actually just wanted the pilot, not, the uniform. Did you get that? But now he's training and I got my own pilot at home. I just always wanted to do this. You ask my parents, all I've ever wanted to do was entertain people, to perform. And a lot of people know exactly what they're put on this planet to do, and I know that. I've been put on this planet to entertain people. So whether that's books, being in Doctor Who, Torchwood, it's recording albums, doing live stage shows, doing this kind of panel where it's not a boring sit down and do, I really get the motivation, right? My job on this planet is to entertain you. I've known that from about the age of 4, so that's why I do it.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
So obviously I'm a huge Doctor Who and Torchwood fan, but I've actually been a fan of yours since way before Captain Jack.
Way before Captain Jack, when I was on the stage in the West End.
Well, I saw a little movie called Shark Attack 3.
Shut up.
I just wanted to say that
What do you say? I
I'm
take you home
exhausted.
and... What?
I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted?
I'm exhausted.
What do you say I take you home and...
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I have to bake that one. That's a heavy one. But can I tell you, if you don't know what that is, go online and look up John Barrowman classic Shark Attack line. I did it as a joke because the girl that I was working with, no expression because of Botox. And the director said, can you do something, like say something that's gonna throw her? Well, I did this thing that was gonna throw her, and there was still no expression. So, if you can imagine what the line was, right? Here's what they made me dub for television. I'm so exhausted. What do you say I take you home and watch I Love Lucy? Oh yeah, that's romantic. He's clearly gay! Yes.
I was going to ask, what was your most embarrassing moments from George Woodard?
Sorry, they're getting grumpy. They want me to leave. Listen, you fucked up the schedule. You're just gonna have to wait. Yes.
I was going to ask, what was your most embarrassing moments from Torchwood or Doctor Who?
Torchwood or Doctor Who? Torchwood, not embarrassing, but really funny moment was another one where Yanto pushes the cement block off the cliff and it cracks open and I get out of it, right? What I didn't tell them when they got out of the car, Eve, Kai, and Gareth, I was completely naked. Right? Because that's just who I am. I'm not embarrassed, right? So I'm completely naked, but I didn't tell them, and the whole crew knew, but what I didn't tell them was I had to protect my feet, but there was no way to protect your feet to look naked, so what I did, I'm not telling you right now. So I'll tell you in a minute. Anyway, the rock comes off, boom, the car comes pulling around, and if you look at that sweet sequence, look at Eve's face. Eve walks out of the car and she goes, I fluffed a little. All out there. But what I didn't tell when I walked towards them, I had stay-free maxi pads with wings on. With wings. So I'm walking all macho, fluffed, with pads on my feet, knees like that. Because they can't see my feet on camera, I'm going. Did you like to Barrowman? So that's one of the funny moments. I have to do, sorry? I have to do last question. Yep.
Can you twerk?
What? What's twerking? I've been in England. We don't twerk.
Teach you.
I don't know. Quick, final question. Final question to the gentleman. Yes, I don't know what twerking is. Sorry. I don't. Don't get all, I don't know what it is. I jerk, I don't twerk.
Can I have a lock of your hair?
I shave. Anyway, sorry. One more. Go, and then we're done.
I want to know if you can tell us any news about Sing Your Face Off.
Sing Your Face Off, I don't have an air date. It's a show that I've just made for ABC television. It's where we take stars and they get to become their big iconic singers they want to be. It'll be out sometime, hopefully in the fall or the winter.
But they did accept the pilot?
Oh no, we made the series. It's all done. It's all done. If I could just say, I say this to all the panels because it's my first one here in Louisville. I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart because you guys, the fans, and this is why I love doing these things, you've changed my life. You've given me the life that I've always dreamt about, and I want to thank you very, very much for it. Thank you.